Round one, fight!
Welcome to a Comics Etc. episode where we put the absolute DC that's about to launch against the currently running Ultimates by Marvel.
We're gonna make them fight to the death for our love.
We're not, but
Kind of like a step kid. Hey, so what's your favorite fighting game?
look, it'd have to be Street Fighter.
Oh my god, Smash Brothers.
Yeah, see, I never got into it.
You never got into Smash Brothers? So good, I love Smash
All right,
Brothers.
let's focus on this now.
We are filming this of the week of release for Absolute Batman. It's literally due any second now.
Yep.
And the reason we decided to do this is because having read now the first couple of issues of the Ultimate Universe and the first issues of the Absolute Universe,
How?
well, we're lucky we get them early. That's why we can't show you them right now, because if we do, we'll get a lot of trouble. I realized in reading it, they're very similar.
Yeah, a lot of resetting and a lot of changing.
Let's go back in time. The year is 2001. James is just starting to work at Comics Etc. in Brisbane.
Wait,
And
you mean 1801?
God, you're an idiot. Yeah, because I've been working here for a very long time.
Yeah.
It is the same year where, pretty sure it was the same year. If it's not, I don't care. It was a long time ago, where the original Ultimate Universe appeared. Now, the idea behind the original Ultimate Universe was Spider-Man was old.
Yeah.
And he wasn't really a relatable character. So they brought on a whole bunch of indie creators like Brian Michael Bendis and Mark Miller to redo the characters for the modern era. So we got Ultimate Spider-Man, and we got Ultimate X-Men, and we got Ultimate Fantastic Four was the first range.
The Ultimate Universe.
And Ultimates. Yep, and so it was just Spider-Man was a kid again, getting his powers for the first time. It went for like 114 issues for the first series, and it was him growing up all the way through. It was really good, and a huge success. All of the titles went really well. They were fantastic.
Did DC try and do this?
Well, sorta. So DC originally, they had two attempts.
Mm-hmm.
They did the All-Star range, which was All-Star Superman, which is a modern classic.
Yeah, that's big.
They did All-Star Batman, which is better less said than done, which is by Frank Miller and Jim Lee, and it didn't even finish.
Didn't they do another one with Snyder as well later on?
Also, yeah, but that was unrelated.
Okay.
So that was their kind of attempt to do something a little bit different, but because it didn't work, they then started doing the Earth 1 format, which is a series of graphic novels set in completely new universes.
Yep, so there was Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Teen Titans.
Yeah, Teen Titans.
I think that was
it.
And Superman.
And Superman?
Yep.
Yeah. They were all brilliant. They were done by all-star creators as well.
Yeah, some of those were really good.
Straczynski was on Superman, Jeff Johns and Gary Frank was on Batman.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who was on Green Lantern, but that was my
good,
favorite.
yeah.
That was by far my favorite. And Wonder Woman was Grant Morrison. Did you say that one already? No.
No, I did, but not that he did it.
Yeah, no, listen. They were fantastic, but they didn't really last. I don't know why they didn't continue the format.
Yeah, they just stopped.
Great stories, and they sell really well, so... Yeah. But it kind of vanished.
Yeah,
and then
dwindled.
Yeah, then DC kind of gave up on starting a whole new modern universe. Until today. Yeah, so the Ultimate Universe, there was Ultimate Invasion miniseries, Ultimate Universe one-shot, relaunch.
Yeah.
The DC did Absolute Power, DC All-In Special.
And then Absolute Batman,
and then
Wonder Woman,
the relaunch.
Superman.
Yeah. So they're very, very similar, and I think that you can compare them quite a lot because they're both setting up new universes on familiar characters.
But changing what's happening,
yes.
What happened to them or what they're doing.
So we have read the Absolute Batman, and by now all you guys probably have as well because it's been out for like a week. And we've also read the Absolute Wonder Woman. So there may be a little bit of theme spoilers for Absolute Wonder Woman. I'm actually quite happy to give details of Absolute Batman. What about you?
Well, I guess by the time, people would have read it, so
all right.
Makes sense.
Absolute Power and Ultimate Invasion. Let's just compare them a little bit.
See, I didn't read Absolute Power.
Okay, so I'll do it for you. Absolute Power kind of sets up the story for DC All In. It very much doesn't set up the Absolute Universe, so you don't have to read that in order to read the Absolute reboots. However, I feel on the Ultimate side, you don't have to, but it is set in that universe, so I think everyone should read it.
And it explains the Maker and what he's a huge part of this whole thing. Because he pretty much stuffs everything up, and that's why all this stuff is happening.
Yeah, so look, Both are amazing, excellent stories. Both of them are very good reads in order to forward the story, but you don't have to read any of them for the issue ones, except for one, which I'll get to later. Then we jump to the one-shot, which does more setting up for the Ultimate side, which is Ultimate Universe, I think it's called. And that was kind of setting up the Ultimate series,
Was it
I feel.
a one-shot?
Yeah, it was a one-shot. It went Ultimate Invasion was a mini-series, then Ultimate Universe one-shot.
Okay.
And Absolute Power definitely does tie into the All-In special.
Okay, I didn't read that, but you don't have to, hey?
No, you didn't. I highly recommend it. So it sets up not just the Absolute Universe, it sets up the next...
Like all the titles that might
Yeah,
come in.
so this reintroduces finally the Justice League back into the DC Universe. Booster Gold is the main protagonist kind of deal. He wants to join the Justice League. He's very happy to. He has to travel through time. He notices tears in dimensions, and the Absolute Universe is born. Very good story, very good one-shot. I love it when companies do these one-shots. Look at that, and then we go, whoa, whoa. Very good flip book, excellent. You can read it. So why don't we now talk about the issue 1. So let's just go, the main Absolute book is definitely Batman, and I'd say the main Ultimate is Spider-Man, right?
Oh, easily.
Yeah, okay.
Well, if you're talking in popularity as well.
Yeah, and I think both are very similar. So Ultimate Spider-Man sets up Peter as...
A normal dad.
Yeah, he's just a dad.
Yeah.
Who gets his powers later in life.
I'm not going to say too much because I've got to review this later.
Yeah, true. So he gets his powers later in life. And it's just really interesting to see a brand new take on the character where he's older, going through the same kind of stuff in the first issue, at least. Yeah. So you liked Ultimate Spider-Man? Issue 1? Issue 1.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I don't have, life story is pretty much my Spider-Man experience. So
yeah, true.
It's a good story. Even you could pick this up if you never read Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did you like Absolute Batman?
Yep.
I loved it. I think the reason for me that I really enjoyed Absolute Batman more is that it is a completely different take on Batman.
Well, yeah, they've changed a lot of things, but they keep the main aspects, but they totally alter.
Yeah.
So let's start with Alfred.
There will be spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, what are you watching for?
Yeah, and you've read this by now, but Alfred, that's usually his butler and looks after him, is now like a secret agent that works for. You don't find out who he works for yet, really.
Like a CIA, FBI type agency. He's in Gotham for some reason that we're not too sure about.
And he actually runs into Batman while he's doing his job, so he wasn't ever made to do anything. So Batman pretty much crashes the party, if you like, of what Alfred
is there to. Yeah. And instead of being like, hey, what are you doing here? He's more intrigued and wants to work with Batman and find out what his story is.
He does ask if he can interfere, but he keeps getting told by this third party that he can't.
Yeah, so it's really fun. Like already that's a new interesting take how we have Alfred as a CIA agent.
Batman isn't rich, is that right?
Yeah, so the origin story in this, his dad is a school teacher and gets killed on a school trip.
Zoo trip that Batman won, and then his dad is shot.
Yep, so his dad dies, he doesn't have much money. He's huge, like he's a big boy. He lifts, bro.
Eats.
But he doesn't that's not like a big part of the story. So I think there's too much emphasis in it. People are going.
I think they'll probably go look at stuff later on. They're just setting it up that
And the main villain in this, we believe, might be Black Mask. He's not named, but he has a black mask.
He's got like this big round and kind of looks like a Daft Punk thing.
And the most interesting thing that I liked, when I was reading it, I thought to myself, you're throwing too much in at once. When they introduce the party animals.
Yeah.
Weird
name, but
it is, but it's basically Catwoman, Penguin, a couple of different villains who are based around animals, like they are their own little crime syndicate. And when I was reading, I was going, I hate it when comics introduce all the villains at once. However, it makes sense because they're all animal based.
But they were kind of more like a cult.
Yeah.
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 They kind of reminded me of like the Manson cult or something.
Yeah.
They all show up and just kill and go crazy.
Yep, and Commissioner Gordon is Mayor Gordon.
Yeah.
I loved it.
The art's very good.
The art is
it's
excellent.
Stark and gritty. It suits the story.
Yep. So as far as that goes, absolute Batman versus Ultimate Spider-Man. The winner is
Batman.
You agree?
Yeah.
Batman. Batman wins hands down. Well, let's just jump to, this is going to make it a bit difficult because the only one we have read is Absolute Wonder Woman. Absolute Superman's being delayed about a month. So we can only really compare the Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther, and there was Ultimates as well. I don't have the issue 1.
So let me talk about, I haven't read Black Panther, but the Ultimate X-Men was interesting. I can see why a lot of people didn't like it.
Really? I loved it.
So it's all, Peach Momoko does everything.
Everything.
And look, I'll say the art is amazing.
Fantastic.
But it's a bit storybook / manga, and I feel like it was a bit too slow, and
Interesting.
I get where they were going. It was like it's different. It's totally different to the other. Because I did flick through Black Panther, and you can see the art it's its own thing.
Yes.
And it's interesting they chose to do that.
Yeah, basically Ultimate X-Men is set in Japan. It's about a Japanese school kid who is dealing with some more adult issues like suicide and mental health illness, and realizes that she has powers.
Or someone comes along and tells her.
Yes, artwork is incredible, the pacing is incredible. You know what, I actually loved this not as much as Absolute Batman because I think that is stellar. But I
still liked Ultimate Spider-Man better than that.
Did you really?
Yeah.
So the reason I loved that, I think, is because okay, I'm going to go back one step. I didn't really like it. Ultimate Black Panther. Okay. I thought it was too similar to the Marvel Universe, and I thought if I want to read a new take on a character that's been reset, I want something I haven't read before. I feel like I've read that before. And then after I read that, that was a completely new take, an absolutely new take on the X-Men, and that's why I really loved it. And I felt
Do you think they're going to bring characters in?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
Like you're talking like Wolverine or Cyclops.
Yeah, that's why it was weird not seeing those,
Yep. So I really, really enjoyed that one too. However, did you read Ultimates?
Oh, I did, but I don't really remember.
I hated it. So Ultimates is the relaunch of like the Avengers team in the Ultimate Universe. It was very reliant of you knowing already a lot about the Ultimate Universe.
Thor was in it?
Yeah, Thor.
Yeah, okay. I read the first one or two, and obviously I was a bit confused, but I didn't really like it.
So as far as
Ultimate Invasion was better.
So as far as issue 1 to the Ultimate relaunch, I think we have 2 winners for me: Spider-Man and X-Men.
Yeah.
Black Panther was alright, and Ultimates was bad. Same page, different page.
Oh, I'm fine. Ultimate X-Men, I think, would grow on me if it was more.
Yep.
Because it is very quick to read.
Yep.
Because it's not very word heavy.
Yep.
I think Ultimate X-Men will get better as it goes on.
Yeah. So now we're going to talk about the one that we hope that we can show you pictures of closer to the date that we can find on previews. Let's talk Absolute Wonder Woman. What did you feel about Absolute Wonder Woman?
I liked it. It was a total reset. So Wonder Woman is given away as a baby to, I forget her name.
We believe it's Artemis.
And she is in hell.
Yep.
And they show Wonder Woman growing up.
Yep.
And then, she has to face what looks like demigorgons coming from the sky. They actually do, because you see when they open up. I thought it was, But it's cool, and it reminds me of Dead Earth.
All right, so the storyline is it starts off with a big mothership arriving on Earth. Aliens come out. Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman, rides up and is like, I'm going to get you guys. And then we cuts.
And it
we
goes back.
then get to see a very young Diana being handed off to, I'm pretty sure it's Artemis.
Just say Artemis.
It's Artemis. Even if it's not, it's someone like Artemis. In hell, after all the people on...
Well, they got rid of...
Yeah, so it alludes Island is still there.
And she can't even say...
But it's been wiped from history. So every time anyone tries to say Themyscira, is it just her?
Yeah, and it's the word...
It is just... It gets blanked from her, nothing happens. It's just a blank. She cannot even mention it. So Diana is raised not even knowing what her origin is, and she's not allowed to.
But she does learn somehow to say the word and then keep saying it.
I think it is the perfect origin issue. We get to see her as a grown up and how she's so tough. We literally start from her being handed over as a newborn baby over to Artemis in Hell. And the panels are just fantastic. Just one panel at 1 year old, one panel at 2 years old. And it shows her aging and learning how to fight and be tough.
And deal with things.
Yeah, and then we get to the end battle and we...
Yeah, it's cool.
I actually think it was better than Absolute Batman.
They've got their own things going for them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both. I like that they're both different enough that you could read both without getting like, it's not boring or too samey.
Look, we haven't read Absolute Superman, but if it is of the same quality as the first two Absolute books, I think they are on a absolute winner. What?
You said absolute winner?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Didn't even mean to do that. We'll put links to buy these at comicsetc.com down below. They may have sold out.
The question is, who is the winner?
I think it's easy. I think DC's won. Like, yes, they came later. Yes, they're kind of stealing the concept of the Ultimate Universe, but who cares? It's a better book.
And you've got more to read.
Yeah.
So obviously, if you like the Ultimate Marvel Universe, I think you'll like the DC one.
You will love it. Even if you're a Marvel fanboy who's never read anything for DC, it's the jumping on point where you don't have to have read a single thing before or even know a thing about the character.
Yeah.
Huge winner for me.
So yeah, we look forward to Absolute Superman.
So yeah, we'll put a link how to buy all these down below. They may have sold out just because they've been very popular.
Yeah.
But either way, this video will try to update constantly with what's available down below. So go out and buy them and enjoy them and let us know what you feel in the comments below.
Yeah, what do you think of these universes and comics?
Comics in general. What is your opinion on comics?
Yeah.
All right, peace out. See you next week.